What's up, YouTube? Devin Midrow here, coming at you again. Another video on the road to 100. And it's a beautiful day out. 79 degrees, mostly sunny skies. Got some clouds out there here and there, but really can't complain. Really can't complain. It's really lovely living out here in the beautiful state of Hawaii. It's man, it's a blessing. It's a true blessing to really live out here, and it's something that, at the very least, you want to definitely appreciate it. The very least. I still think there's more I could do. Like, I could probably be going to the beach more often and be getting outdoors and doing outdoor activities. For sure. But just focusing on the things that I want to accomplish, and that takes time, right? It takes some time and effort in order to do that. I'm in a transitional period as well in my career, so that's also taking a lot of my time and effort. So yeah, you know what? I guess I want to tap into today. Traffic's actually, I don't want to jinx anything, but traffic's actually surprisingly good today. Yeah, it's just kind of floating through. What's kind of nice about the drive is most of it's pretty quick. I'm going pretty fast most of the way, and fortunately, for the most of the drive, it's not a lot of traffic. I think there's a culmination of reasons why today. The fact of the matter is, it's a summer break, so all the kiddos and the college students are off of out and going to school, right? So that's a huge amount of traffic that's caused, when parents have to coordinate dropping off and picking up the kids, right? That obviously plays a role. But also, it's another holiday coming up. Juneteenth is coming up this Monday, and as if you don't know, and for most of you who do, typically for the United States military, they will give an additional day off. So, like, if the holiday's on a Monday, they'll have a day off on Friday. At least that's what I found here in Hawaii anyway. I would imagine that this works the same way with, all states, all military branches and whatnot. And I'm sure there's, a little more that goes into it for each branch and each state, right? I mean, everybody does things a little differently, for more or less. But, as far as following that agenda, I'm pretty confident that that's the case. So it's a Thursday today, not Friday, which is when they're going to have the day off. But most people will request off on Thursday. Actually, I shouldn't say most, but there's probably at least a few people that are like, hey, I want to go camping. And I'm like, I'm taking off Thursday, so I can just get to the campsite. They're probably setting up right now as we speak, right? They're probably going there, setting up the campsite, so that way when Friday comes and everybody's off, they're already there. They're good. They got their spot before the other people that didn't take the Thursday off to get there ahead of time, so they can get the good spot, right? You know what I mean? And that's just one scenario, Some people just might want to just take the extra day off so they can take a little mini vacation, right? I mean, think about it. If you take Thursday off, that's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. You can come back on Monday and be at work at Tuesday and be just fine. Be all good, right? You can get back Monday night, sleep, get up, go to work, right? And that's kind of, what I wanted to tap into, as far as that goes. I just wanted to touch on that. Another thing, I've been reading this book. It's called The Way of the Superior Man. And, depending on who's reading that book, or even the title could rub some people the wrong way, right? The Way of the Superior Man. And, it was recommended to me by a solid person that I've been following for a little while now. Got a YouTube channel. He's also got a course. And it's, his name's, hopefully I'm saying it right, but it's Hamza, 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 and he's a solid guy. I watched an interview with him, and slipping my mind of the other individual. I should know his name. I've been following him too, and these guys are young too. Both these guys are like 10 years younger than me, right? But they're voracious learners. And they've read a lot of books, and they've applied a lot of the books. You know what I mean? So that's yeah, that's been a really enlightening experience to see a lot of these, I mean, at least these two particular individuals, young individuals, young men, right? But they are, man, they are really, really far ahead of the game at that age. I mean, where they're at, they're ahead of me, as far as like where they're at in business, just their depth of understanding and what they've kind of learned. And I guess they've been willing to go through they've been willing to push past the edge of fear, is what the book kind of goes into. But the edge of fear, and they see the edge of fear and they push past it, right? They see it and they go for it. That's kind of been what I found, as one of the big takeaways in the book, right? Is stepping outside of your comfort zone, and not all the time, right? But definitely when that opportunity presents itself, is to go in. And I think this is a good mindset to kind of tie into that, is go in with the mindset that what if you knew without a shadow of a doubt that you couldn't fail? Like taking on a challenge that, you don't know all the variables, right? There's a lot of uncertainty, a lot of unknowns, right, going into it, maybe even some potential doubt. But if you approach that challenge, whatever that may be, with the mentality that, what if I believe that I there's no way I could fail, that I will succeed at this. It may not happen right away, but I will be successful. I'm not going to fail, I'll be successful. How would you approach that? How differently would you approach that scenario if you had that mindset going in? That's kind of what I want to really kind of lead into it with this, is that you want to have that mindset going forward with challenges, and I think that's a big thing. And it's I'm preaching to the choir, right? You know what I mean? But for me too, it's something that I got to challenge myself with too, right? Because I'm still taking on even with this career change, right? I'm starting a brand new spanking. Well, definitely it's something that I built skills around, but it's a new environment, new people that I'll be working with. Different skill sets that I have to build out and all that stuff, right? So that's something to consider. So I'm going into it, and I'm going with that mentality. I'm going to go in and I'm going to be successful. I have no doubt that I'm going to be successful in that, and I'm not going to fail. I'm going to believe that, you know what I mean? And I'm going to truly believe that, and that's the way it should be, right? You should believe that, when you go into anything. So let me leave you with that as I'm rolling up to the gate. And don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I will see you in the next video. Aloha.